Welcome back. As already mentioned in the small introduction, the topic now is sharpening. I already explained some very important things to you. And now let me tell you this. There isn't the right or wrong way of sharpening. There are simply different methods, and I'm gonna show some of them to you. The most common ones are high-pass sharpening, unsharp masking, and the frequency separation technique. I'm gonna show all three of them to you, but one after another. Now with this image, I'm going to introduce to you the high-pass sharpening technique. Let's jump right in. Okay, open the layer panel, and this image is still open from the last lesson. Now we go and create a new merge layer. Hit the symbol and say merge visible. And again, merge visible simply creates a new layer out of all of the visible layers. Next thing we're gonna do is go into the filter menu, choose the sharpen dialog, and we're gonna use the high pass filter. And here I already chose the correct radius. So there isn't a math behind this radius. There's simply the theory behind this that I already told you about using a bigger radius than just 1 pixel or less. And that's it. For the radius, what I can tell you is don't go too far, but also don't too less, okay? Less means ugly lines if you are unlucky, and too far means halos. So I'm gonna show you what halos means really quick. If you go too far here, then you introduce quite a lot of halos, and this really doesn't look nice in our later image. So this is wrong, okay? So go quite a lot down to 3.6 again, and simply make sure that when you use the high-pass filter, you have a good mix of detail and overall visibility. So it means you see some of the nice details, and you also see some of the bigger details, but you only barely see some halos, okay? Some very small halos aren't a problem, but you shouldn't have too much of them. Now, I choose monochrome because I do not want to introduce colors into this method. What does the high-pass filter do? As the name suggests, the high-pass filter is filtering out the low frequencies out of the image. Low frequencies most of the time contain the color information of the image. But as you can see here, there is still some color left, and I do not want this color to interfere or intersect with my image. That's why I say monochrome. Now I have a monochromatic image with just the high frequencies. This isn't really the same like frequency separation. Frequency separation works a little bit more accurate in this case, but here we have a nice sharpening layer. Okay, let's hit apply. Now we go to our layers panel, choose the layer settings, and change the name by tabbing here the pixel, and call it sharpen. Always try to name your layers if possible or if you need it. Let's hit OK. And now we change the blend mode of the sharpen layer from normal to linear light. Go back to the layers, zoom out of the image because nobody's looking at an image like that close. Now go to the layer panel and check and uncheck the sharpen layer, and you will see the before and after. So here's the before. The image isn't really sharp. I go a little bit closer, and here's the after. The image has overall great sharpness, a little bit more grain, but this is absolutely pleasing and fits to the image. So I like this quite a lot. That's it for the first sharpening technique. I will show you other sharpening techniques in the following lessons, because there's lots of other stuff we have to do and to understand and to learn. Okay, what have we done? We created a new merge layer and used a high-pass filter on this layer. We used a radius of approximately 3.6 pixels, and we changed the blend mode from normal to linear light. Also, do not forget to properly name your layers. See you in the next lesson.